The world we know has changed drastically. While we try and chart new courses for humanity, some traditions must remain. Valued, held dear, preserved for our own race and for all of humankind. On our 10th season, Dayao gives thanks to the culture bearers and their protégés, they who carry their traditions into the new world. We celebrate Salin Lahi, legacies for a changed world. When watching documentaries about our indigenous people, I'm sure many of you ask how much of these dances, chants, and rituals are actually still being practiced these days. How much of these practices are just for show, a performance stage for an audience or for the camera? The question becomes all the more thought-provoking when we consider the roots of many tribal societies in the culture of the warrior, the headhunter, the shaman. With colonization and integration into the larger institutions of the nation, the violent aspects of indigenous culture, which were essentially ways of defending territory and a way of life, have become obsolete. And with these practices, all the aspects of a once vibrant culture become, sadly, just memories. But it is in these memories of a lost dynamism that a culture may still live on. The culture of the Kalinga of northern Luzon has long been acknowledged as the most deeply rooted in the way of the Baglan, the warrior headhunter. The planning of headhunting expeditions into enemy territory. The rituals carried out during the return from a victorious raid. And the status of hero and leader accorded to warriors who had taken heads. All these were reflected in the dances and chants, the myths and the legends of the Kalinga. The mythic feats of the epic heroes, their bravery, their ability to defend and lead their people, all these are equally important in painting the portrait of Kalinga valor. In more recent times, the martyrdom of the Kalinga headman, Makling Dulag, who opposed the building of a Chico Dam in 1980, was a turning point that unleashed the staunch and united opposition of the Kalinga people. In their now legendary opposition to the project that would have taken away their ancestral domain, we see the Kalinga notion of bravery and social justice played out in contemporary epic proportions. Another Kalinga hero is Alonzo Saclag, a Kalinga man from Lubuagan, who was awarded the Gawad sa Manlilikanang Bayan in 2000. Though he is known as master of Kalinga dance and chant, his life work has been to document and preserve as many of the traditional cultural practices of his people. His views on the changing nature of the Kalinga still belie his respect for the culture of the Baglan, as well as for the traditional methods for negotiating peace.
Ang Kalinga noon ay mula nung bata ako, nakita ko noon ay mayroong pagkaiba ngayon. Noon ay masaya ang mga tao, hospitable, may full protection, ganun pag may bisita ka. At noon ay very strict ang mga tao. At doon ko nakita ang mga clan war, tribal war, kasi counting bagay lang, laban na kagad. So dahil sa yan, talagang discipline ang mga tao. So nasubukan ko din ang tribal war, pero wala na yung spear at shield. At yan, marami kaming loss of war na hindi namin sunugin ang mga bahay, patayin mga animal o sirain yung mga rice field. May boundary dispute din at water rights. Yan ang yung iba, yung pag may mag-rape na ibang tribe o magnakaw o basta lang pumatay, ay masevere ang pispak. So declare na mag-meet tayo sa river. So warrior to warrior lang. Walang laban sa village. Pag may tribal war, pag nakagantihan na, ay parang mag-usap-usap ang mga elders kasi walang chieftain sa amin noon, elders talaga ang mag-usap-usap. At yung mga neutral na tribo, sila ang mag-negotiate. Yan. At pagka okay na, i-celebrate yun na yung pispak. Lahat ng mga namin, yung mga laws namin, dances, laws of war, mga dances, music. Pwede kami nang mag-music at sumayaw kasi ma-restore na ang peace. Very important noon kasi pag may peace pact noon, free ka na mag-travel. Ma-accommodate ka pa, may protection ka pa. Kahit sa bahay, tulog, kain, free lahat. Yan noon. Ngayon, parang naano kami sa ibang ugali ng mga Pilipino na pag may bisita, ninakawan pa, pinatay pa. Dito, wala.
In documenting the cultural practices of the Kalinga, Saklab is first and foremost a teacher and a preserver. He has formed the Kalinga Budong, a performing group made up of young Kalinga men and women. All who have learned to perform with the vigor and the energy that their ancestors would have surely approved of.
May preserve ko music namin at kasi lalo na ngayon na mga bata ngayon puro western song at medyo malimutan nila yung kanta namin pati sayaw. Pag may okasyon, may peace pact o may Kalinga wedding, yan, pag may piyesta, doon, kanta kami ng Saliduma, yan ang kanta namin. Diwas ta diwa-diwas, alang gumatong ja, amin ja i Manila, umoy ja ipabuya, o piyata ko ni Kalinga. Ay, oh, diwas, ayo insalido may diwas.
Saklaga spent his own money and resources to build Awichon village, a small but faithful replication of the traditional villages he knew as a child. Here, the cultural vestiges of Kalinga architecture and agriculture have been faithfully copied, especially the four Kalinga house types. More important, the village is not a theme park, but an actual working environment where both mentoring and performance take place.
Naisip ko na i-preserve ko lang ang kultura. At sa town kami, pumunta ako dito, gumawa kami ng mga tent. At numpisaan ko ng nagpa-cut ng mga malalaking kahoy. At mga ito, ng mga ito, na kugon. At numpisaan ko na ginawa ito. At maraming gustong tumulong. Ang iniisip ko, gawin ko lang ito at my own. So bininta ko mga kalabaw, baboy man o baka, mga resters, basta lang may sweldo ang mga carpenters. So ginawa ko ito para may preserve ang kultura.
For these efforts as teacher and cultural worker, Saclag was named a Gamaba Awardee in 2000. The citation in Filipino had this to say about Saclag's life work. This desire to translate his knowledge into active and relevant practice has led to many civic efforts to revive the wearing of Kalinga traditional dress. The use of theatrical performance, often given for free in neighboring provinces, is also an essential part of Saclag's pagsalin, his translation of Kalinga memory into active practice. 2 decades after the distinction was awarded to him, Saclag still has the passion to continue teaching and passing on the Kalinga heritage. But at his age, his body is understandably weaker. At the time that Dayo visited him in 2019, his health condition had been affected by the death of a former student and lead dancer of the dance troupe. He was noticeably weaker and deeply affected by the loss, but even at his most vulnerable, his energy did not flag when it came to talking about Kalinga culture. It was during this trying time that the long years of mentorship found fruition in the generations Saclag had taught. The body of the teacher may have been weakened, but his spirit, the spirit of Kalinga traditional culture, lives on in his students and his family. Though shy and seemingly inarticulate before our cameras, these young men embodied the vibrant masculine energy of Kalinga warriors when they performed.
Ito pala si Salida Iway na best student. Ito naman yung kapatid nila na isa rin na ginagaya din ang ginagawa nito. Si Salida at si Tonton Iway ang mga ito. Dance, music, trabaho, sa pagkagawa ng mga design, magaling. Marami akong tinutuan ng mga bata pero may pagkaiba din sila sa mga ito. Ngayain lang. At pagdating sa movement, mawala ang pagkahiyain na.
Music plays an integral part in Kalinga life. Instruments like the percussive tong atong, the nose flute, and the gangsa all have their own distinct sound. All evoke the varied moods of Kalinga life.
Ako po si Reggie Saclag, anak ni Papa Keso at saka ni Mama Rebecca. Nung bata pa ako, puro ako yung kinukuha niyang kandin noon. Mga classmates ko, mga barkada ko, mga dance troupe niya. Nung nag-grade ay first year, nag-umpisa akong tinuturuan niya. Tapos kami nagpapalabas pag may okasyon dun sa town fiesta, mga ganon. Kami din yung sumasabak, nagpapalabas. Ang technique niya, ma'am, ginagamit yung instrumento. Tapos tinitignan namin. Kaya yung music parang umaano sa aming katawan. Parang pumapasok. Tapos pagkaturo niya, agad namin tapos nagkamali kami, ganito. Sabi, ganito yung technique. Ito, yan ang kung paano niya, yung pagturo niya sa amin. Ang pagtuturo ko sa mga anak ko, hindi ko tinuturo, pinapakita ko. Gaya ng halimbawa mga tungatong, hindi ko nung pinipilit. Pinapakita ko lang, tapos kung na-enjoy nila, hahawakan nila. Mga gitara, kanta-kanta lang ako, tapos yan, doon sila. Pag nagkamali, doon ko na ituro, tapos alis naman ako. Magturuan naman sila. Si Papa, talagang strict siya talagang sayaw ng kalinga. Sayaw talaga ng kalinga. Pero ako, inaano ko sa modern. Hindi ka kasi pwedeng maggamit ng mga gangsa, instrumento pag may matayan doon. Kasi magagalit yung, parang iba yung pakiramdam. Malakas yung, rito, yung ugali, belief. Kaya, dapat, pag may peace kasi, makikita mo may peace sa isang lugar. Maririnig mo mga ng gangsa. Nung araw noon dito sa amin, nung may mga patayan, ilang years na walang ng mga gangsa. Yung natutunan ko sa kanya is, mahalin mo yung kultura mo. Yun ang natutunan ko sa kanya. Kasi importante yun. Pag hindi mo sinapuso, walang saysay. Kasi pag sinapuso mo, kahit sa dance, hindi ka mawala sa tempo, kahit sa mga chanting, hindi ka kasi nasa puso mo, kahit mag-chant ka, pwede kang kahit saan. Yun ang natutunan ko.
Alonzo Saclag's place in contemporary Kalinga society not only covers the preservation of the arts, his artistic achievements coupled with his knowledge of traditional law have made him a respected elder. It is a role that the eldest of his sons, Benson, seems poised to inherit. A former policeman, Benson balances the fine line between living in the contemporary Kalinga world with all its conflicts and outside influences. Here he reflects on the difficulty of his father's work.
Unang-una, disiplina. At saka yung interest. Kailangan makuha mo yung interest nung kan. Willing ka matuto. At saka willing mo ring ituro sa mga susunod na henerasyon. Kasi pagka walang nagtuturo, wala na rin yan. Hindi yan mawawala. Hindi yan mawawala. Kasi pagka may okasyon, may nagsasayaw. So, yung sabi nga ni Papa, ang best teacher niya ay yung experience at saka yung observation. Yung kung ano yung napapanood niya, yun yung pumapasok sa isip niya. Pag hinawakan niya yung gangsa, kung ano yung ginawa ng yun din yung sundin niya. Ang nag-iiba dyan ay yung formation at saka yung bilis siguro. At saka nadadagdagan namin ng hindi lumalayo dun sa basic ng pagsasayaw namin. Kasi pag iniba mo ng sobra yan, maging hip-hop na yon, iiba na. Modern dance na yon. Kaya yun yung 1970s to 80s. Kaya inaano ko lang yung sinasabi yung pag-iba ng sitwasyon sa ngayon. Yun yung huli na makita mo yung mga nakabahag sa Kalinga. 70s, 80s. Matatanda na yon. Nung namatay na yung matatanda, wala na. Makikita mo lang yung mga nakabahag pagka may mga okasyon. So, maganda rin yun kasi hindi nawawala yung kultura namin. Mula nung pagkabata ko, siya yung idol ko. Kaya lagi niya rin ako sinusundan pagka may mga, kahit sa parade, nandun siya, sumusunod. May dala-dala pang tape recorder noon para yung sound ng music ng Kalinga nandun para maganda yung namin, yung parade namin. Nakabahag kami nung elementary ako. Ang maganda na hindi ko makalimutan sa kanya, kami yung pagka may mga pamilya, hindi mawala yung nagkukwento siya ng comedy. Lagi kaming tumatawa. Maganda daw yung relasyon namin. Dahil din sa turo at sa disiplina ng father ko na si Alonso Saclag.
Here is a sentiment that Saclag's sons, indeed his whole family of Kalinga musicians, dancers, chanters, and performers, all echo.
Ito, kung sakasakali man na maipalabas to sa, hindi lang sa Kalinga, sa Pilipinas, sa buong mundo, mga kababayan natin sa buong mundo, na huwag mong kalimutan yung pinanggalingan mo, yung kultura, yung sayaw natin, yung tradisyon, yung art natin. Kailangan isa puso natin kasi yun lang yung natitirang, kumbaga yun ang matibay natin pinagmamalaki sa ibang lugar. Kaya nagpapasalamat ako sa father ko na hindi niya iniwanan yung advokasya niya sa preserve sa kultura, tradisyon, sa mga art natin. Na itutuloy namin. Itong hindi basta-basta itong ginawa niya. Ito panaginip niya to, parang panaginip kasi dream niya ito noon pa. Hindi matuloy-tuloy. Pa 10 years hanggang sa gumawa ng isa. Nag-iipon, nagtulong-tulong kami kaya nagawa rin itong Kalinga Village.
So, ang worry ng mga tao ngayon sa akin, lalo na at may counting belief kasi awarded ako at nakita nila na talagang kaya ko. Ang worry lang nila ngayon sikli ako, tumatanda na, sino kayang papalit? Alam ko na tumatanda din ako. At kailangan may mga anak na ituloy ang kuhan ko. Gusto ko yung mga anak ko para sincere sila kasi dahil sa iniisip na ako ang tatay nila, kailangan ituloy yung kuhan. Kaya tinuturuan ko din sila.
The great warrior tradition of the Kalinga may just be legend in this world, where there are far greater enemies to defeat and far greater wars to fight. But if this memory lives on, it is because Alonzo Saclag has made the formation of young Kalinga men and women his life's work. More than just the dances or the music, what he has passed on to them is a collective memory, a roadmap or compass for the future that will point them to the ways of being Kalinga. This is Lauren Legarda, discovering Dayao, our knowledge, our pride.